Now, there was a national outcry after an historic 200-year-old sycamore tree that stood by Hadrian's Wall in Northumberland was illegally cut down last year. But now new shoots have appeared around the stump of the Sycamore Gap tree, giving park rangers hope that new trees may grow in its place. Two men accused of criminally damaging the original tree and the wall deny the charges. The National Trust and Northumberland National Park authorities say they will do everything they can to protect the new shoots.
Now, just before we go, dolphins are usually a rare sight in the River Thames, but just a day after we showed you a pair of the creatures swimming through the Isle of Dogs, we found another one. This time a dolphin was filmed taking a morning swim on a warm day in London from Putney to Wandsworth before turning round and heading back again.
How about the weather at 6:20, Carol? Can I report to you, in case you didn't know, Carol, that it was tipping down here early doors. It was warm and the rain was hammering down.
Morning. That's right. Good morning, both. Good morning to you too. Charlie is absolutely right. And that rain is going to continue to drift eastwards as we go through the next few hours. Today's forecast is one of sunny spells, but when we lose this morning's thundery, heavy showers, well, we'll see some more develop, especially so across parts of England through the course of the afternoon. And these are our temperatures, 16 to 27. Nugget and Charlie.
I'm still enjoying these temperatures. Carol, thank you very much. Although the rain was quite nice this morning, I thought, warm rain.
Weather's a bit all over the place, isn't it? I watched it in Paris. It's been all over the place there, and it is here too. That's right, Charlie. You're not wrong at all. Good morning, everyone. This morning, if you're heading out, it's not a cold start to the day either. At the moment in London, the temperature's around 19 degrees. Pollen levels today are a bit higher than they have been across Wales, southern England and the southeast. But for most, we're looking at low or moderate levels.
Charlie, you've been quite perturbed about the differences in the weather today.
Well, Carol, let me explain. This morning, at the early hours, as you were presumably too, it was tipping down, but weirdly warm in Salford. It was a peculiar morning, very dark as well. That's my analysis.
That's a very good one, Charlie. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. We had real contrasts this morning. Some of us had those heavy thundery downpours Charlie was referring to. Some of us dry as a bone. And temperature contrasts as well. In Altnahara, in the Highlands, the temperature fell away to 2.9 Celsius overnight. But in Swanage, in Dorset, it was 19, the lowest temperature overnight. Today, what we're looking at, further thundery downpours. We won't all catch one. And a lot of sunshine around as well.
Carol, I was very amused at you approving of Charlie's assessment of the weather. He did very well, didn't he?
He always does, Naga. He always does.
Well done, Charlie.
Let's just let that hang in the air for a moment. Yeah.
I thought your mics had been muted there.
No. I was just enjoying that moment of you praising my weather forecasting, so I'm just enjoying that. So there's no point rushing, is there? Don't rush that.
Bless you, Charlie. Bless you.
Carol, enjoy the rest of your week.
Now, it's been pretty warm for a lot of us today, but over in Paris, it's been pretty dramatic. Thunderstorms hit the Olympics host city overnight, lightning striking behind the Eiffel Tower. And it could be a similar story in the UK, with some yellow warnings in place in England and Wales.
Hi, Lewis. Yes, those Parisian thunderstorms are now over in Germany, but we're also concerned, as you mentioned, that we are going to see some pretty big storms developing here later on. So we are quite quickly this afternoon going to see shower clouds shooting upwards in the atmosphere to bring some hefty downpours. Now, we've already seen a shower break out around the Brecon Beacons. There's been one around Swindon area, but I think today's heaviest showers will be in this line of convergence where the winds kind of bash together anywhere from East Wales across the Midlands into central southern England. That's where we're most likely to see some very heavy, slow-moving downpours. Not everyone will see them, but one or two of them could be heavy enough to cause some flash flooding with a month's worth of rainfall in just the space of a couple of hours or so.
It looked pretty nice on the Thames there, didn't it? But after days of enjoying the sunshine, it was a case of dodging heavy showers today.
Hello again. So the thunderstorm risk continues as we go through this evening. Not everyone will see one, but if you happen to catch one of these showers, as I say, heavy, thundery, some hail, some lightning mixed in there too, you'll certainly know about it.
Hi there, Sophie. Another day dominated by heat and humidity for many of us. Once again, temperatures into the high 20s, peaking in Wisley and Surrey at 30 degrees. But it is coming at a price now. That humidity is sparking off a few sharp and thundery downpours. So this was just earlier on. And if we take a look at what's been happening over the last few hours, you can really see this rash of slow-moving, sharp, thundery downpours developing across South Wales, moving through parts of Oxfordshire, and they're heading towards the London area as we speak. We do have a yellow weather warning out because the winds are light. Some of those thunderstorms could really hang around for quite some time, and we could see a couple of inches of rain, maybe more. So there could be some issues as we go through the evening. Another glorious day to begin with, wasn't it, Victoria? Another hot and humid one out there. In fact, we saw temperatures peak at 30 degrees today, but there is a change coming, and you've probably already seen that with the rain on its way, and some sharp, thundery downpours are expected.
Hello there. It's been another hot and humid day. The heat and humidity, one of the ingredients necessary for some massive thunderstorms to form. First signs of trouble, these towering cumulus clouds racing up through the Earth's atmosphere. As well as the hot and humid air, the other ingredient was this convergence zone. Look how most of the showers form along this zone. Some particularly nasty storms, for example, around the Oxfordshire area. And those downpours are capable of bringing a month's worth of rain over the space of a couple of hours. So we're quite likely to see one or two areas hit by some flash flooding and disruption.
And after what's been confirmed as a very dull July, August has got off to a stormy start. I'll have all the details and your full national forecast later in the programme.
Ruth, fresh warnings about thunderstorms tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Sparked in part by the heat and the humidity that I'm sure you'll have noticed we've had out there over the last couple of days. Yes, 32 points Celsius in Surrey out there this afternoon. That's around 86 in Fahrenheit if you prefer. August, it seems, determined to make up for what July lacked. And if you can cast your minds all the way back to the beginning of July, the stats are in, the numbers are out, and July was frankly thoroughly disappointing. It was cooler than average at around 14.8 Celsius. That's about half a degree cooler than the average. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it does make quite a difference. We also had less sunshine than we would have liked at this time of the year. We had just 153.7 hours of sunshine across the whole of the UK, across the whole month of July. That's about 11% less sunshine. Not surprisingly, though, we actually had bang on average amounts of rainfall, and parts of England actually had above average amounts of rainfall. So July, it seems, was absolutely nothing to write home about, all very unexciting. Now then, speaking of rainfall, August has more than made up for it in just one day, it seems. These were the scenes in Birmingham earlier today. That, I can confirm, is actually a road and not a river. We have had really heavy thunderstorms out there today, slow moving, and it doesn't take an awful lot of wet weather to bring the country to a standstill, and that's exactly what has happened. Well, as Lucrezia mentioned, we do still have thunderstorm warnings out there over the next few hours, and this warning covers much of central southern England and parts of eastern Wales. So, Lucrezia, of course, not everyone likes this hot and humid weather. It can be quite miserable, can't it? And the good news for some is that there's no sign of it returning anytime soon.
It's going to freshen up the nights.
Absolutely.
Ruth, thank you.